Hello everyone, how's it going? It is me, Jack here, and welcome to episode number 6 of the Bolton Wanderers Football Manager 2024 save. And we start straight away today with a board confidence meeting. I have only played about a game or two since the last episode, and I've just been hit with a meeting. I've just lost by 2-0 away from home against Huddersfield Town. Had the email sent the board requesting a meeting to discuss confidence. I blamed the lack of injuries that I've spoken about before due to it. Sharon Britton replied saying, it's your fault really if you can't cope with injuries, which I think is a fairly harsh thing to say. However, if you look at it, now we've got everyone back apart from Ricardo Santos. So then I said, next match I'm going to improve things, and she's just replied, we look forward to the result but fail to impress us and we'll have no other choice but to relieve you of your duties. You should be aware that failure to live up to the promises you've made could result in the termination of your contract. We believe it's important to stay on good terms with you, so hopefully we continue to work together to build a positive future. Since the last episode, we have played I can't remember where the last episode we ended it on now. We basically haven't won since this game against Lincoln City. This is the run of form we've been on. We beat them in the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, and then we literally have gone loss, draw, win against Shrewsbury Town, 3 defeats in the row, which one of them includes the Bristol Street Motors Trophy quarter-final loss, and we've just lost here. And to be fair, this is probably the worst performance of the season. We haven't even created anything at all. And failure to do anything against Wrexham will result in us losing our job. We had a massive deadline there because we actually sold Gethin Jones. He went for £2.4 million to Charleroi in Belgium. So we sold him, which gave us a little bit of money to try and do some things with. It didn't give me much time to do it in, don't get me wrong, because I wasn't planning on doing anything this window, but I did outline 3 players to bring in. I tried to put £1 million offer in for Djorkaeff Cynic, but it said that he agreed to go to Blackburn, however, it's not happened. And then I did put in an offer for Joe Williams because I think he'd be a great ball-winning midfielder who is out of contract in the summer. He didn't want to join. I even asked Gerard Deulofeu if he wanted to come on a free trial. He didn't want to come. But looking at the transfer list, we decided to bring in, George Horbury came in just from the director of football, but I did bring in a loan signing of Delano Bergsorg. He's a 3.5-star rated inside forward that can play on the right and up front. And he played in that game against Huddersfield, in which he got a 6.6 average rating. I took him off because he had a knock, however, doesn't seem to have affected him. So what we're going to do is, you can see the morale of the team is poor, average support. We need to get a positive result. I don't know what that looks like, if it's just a victory or if a draw counts as a positive result. We need to find something, and we need to find it fast. So I'm going to skip ahead and I'll meet you for that game, this massive game where a win is what we need. So we've arrived for the game against Wrexham. Wrexham sit 4th in the division, 3 points away from Birmingham City. We are still sat in and around this 8th position, just 2 points off the playoff, but we've played a game extra, which is making the league table not look as pretty reading. And the board are still fairly content. They're only disappointed with the negative sort of atmosphere, which I've now improved to average through a team meeting. But it's not that bad. It's actually the supporters that are having the impact here. It's the supporters that want me out because they believe that I'm doing a very disappointing job. However, I'm playing entertaining football. I'm finishing above Wigan. Yes, I'm not gaining promotion to the championship, but that's only a least favoured importance out of all of the objectives. Yet, my head is on the chopping board, so to speak. So I really do think this is really disappointing. I'm hoping that we can get a positive result out of this game. And this is going to be the team that we use for this game. I don't know whether to take out Mendes Gomez and put Aaron Collins there and then go Adebayor. I think we just got more opportunity to score goals with him on the right side than Mendes Gomez. Yeah, this is the team I think I'm going to go with. let me just quickly have a meeting with Owen Toll because his recent form has not been very good. I've done this sort of meeting with the likes of Aaron Collins, Josh Sheehan, Asay Tutu. Let's have a little chat with him and ultimately criticise the recent form because it's embarrassing and it's exactly the reason why we're in this situation. So Southwood will go in goal. Matheson, Toll, Forrester and Asay Tutu at the back. Thomason in the holding role with Benassi and Sheehan. Collins on the right, Delano Bergzorg on the left, and Victor Adebayor will play up front. Wrexham, what are you doing? Wrexham are 7th, we're 18th in the form table. We've got to get better. Right, well done, Bergzorg. At least you are not switching off after that team meeting because I might have only have just come in and brought you in, but I could be leaving the job if we get the sack here. And if I get sacked, I mean, it's totally up to you what we do. I might continue the save, see if I can get another job within it. Or we might have to just do something totally different. I've never been sacked on an FM YouTube save before. However, this could be... It's the first time for everything. This could be the very first time it happens. However, fingers crossed it doesn't and we can pick up a positive result. Come on, Bolton Wanderers. Let's get the victory. Andrews on the right-hand side to Rathbone. Wrexham start the attack. Adebayor with an interception. However... they retrieve the ball again. That's a brilliant ball to James McLean, who squares it in, and Owen Toll sticks out a foot and he's put it past his own keeper. And 7 minutes in, oh, you can imagine the boos ringing round the stadium as that ball trickles into the back of the net. It looked like it was going to go straight to the Wrexham forward anyways if he hadn't stuck out a leg. We've got to stay positive. I mean, Thomason's already got a yellow card inside 3 minutes. It doesn't look positive, does it, when you read the picture? Let's take out Sago and take out Ryan Andrews by doing that. Someone's injured for us. Say 2-2. Right, let's bring on Dakras Cogley then because he's got the orange injury symbol, which looks to me like he could struggle with that injury, and we don't want any more. As 20 minutes into the game, another highlight, Bergzorg clears the header. Rodriguez with the overhead kick, and I don't think I've ever seen a goal going from that margin. But yeah, unlucky. Anyways, Josh Sheehan has he picked up a knock? No, he's looking really tired for some reason. Swaps keepers as well. I thought that might help us with the change of goalkeeper. So Southwood comes in for Nathan Baxter. I've just given him a new contract actually as well, as he says he was underpaid, which is fair enough, really. Anyways, as we look to get this positive result, 39 minutes in, we have a highlight. Sheehan to find Delano Bergzorg. Bergzorg is in the box. He bends one just wide of the target. And that is a great opportunity for us there. Delano Bergzorg's first effort of the game. And as we reach half-time, very close to half-time, another highlight pops forward. This time it's Wrexham who start the attack. We get the interception in again through Bergzorg. He's done very well in terms of being on the picture. And it was a good bit of pressing there to get us the ball back. But what we can't do is lose possession. We've got to keep fighting. Josh Sheehan gets the ball, finds a pass out wide to Luke Matheson. What can he do with it? Come on, I need a bit of magic from you at right back today, Luke. Passes it back to Thomason. Thomason finds Collins. Can he find Adebayor in the middle? And that is the football that we are so used to this season. Brilliant link-up play, and that is a great decision to play Collins on the right-hand side because it's his run forward into the box that Thomason finds, which means we get a point. Well, we get a goal back and we get a point. Is a point a positive result? I'd say it is against a team in the playoffs, but does Sharon Britton think that half-time, the game's not over yet? I think we've got to stay as positive as we can with the players, because if we don't, they'll turn against us and the result will turn against us. As Sam Smith comes on for Charlie Sago, Josh Sheehan is probably going to end up having to come off soon because he's absolutely knackered. We've had way more XG compared to Wrexham. I mean, we've not had a shot on target yet, are a goal ahead. I might have to take him off now, Josh Sheehan. We'll have to, because he's really looking tired. I'll give him maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, let's just go to the 70th minute and then see what we can do. Bergzorg's also really, really tired. Highlight falls to Wrexham through a free kick. James McLean put it into the box and Giga's header hits the crossbar. That's a dangerous, dangerous effort. Now the other end of the pitch. Bolton have a highlight. Good link-up play again on this right-hand side. Collins whips a ball in. Bergsorg's there. Another header. Adebayo puts it wide. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. Right, let's bring on Dempsey to play. No, let's not bring on Dempsey there. Let's put Benassi as the central midfielder on attack, and we'll take off Sheehan to bring on Dempsey. I'm thinking keep him on for a little bit longer. Bergsorg is tired, but I think Bergsorg could do something in the next couple of minutes. Dempsey, stop looking nervous, man. Get a grip on this game. My career is literally at stake. We'll give Bergsorg another 5 before we change him up. Right, Bergsorg off for Randall. I'm going to keep Collins on that right-hand side because he's having an impact there. And we'll bring on Matete for Thomason because he could get carded, which we don't want. Owen Toll is the worst centre-back I think I've ever had with the attributes he's got. He's on a 6.5 rating again. Come on. 5 minutes to go. Do not score, Wrexham, please. Bolton, if we can, get a goal. Is he going to finish 1-1? There's a highlight at the end. Oh my gosh. This is fingernail biting stuff. We cannot concede in this game. Otherwise, I think I will be for the sack. Huddersfield 2, Birmingham 1 at the death as well, which is a killer blow for our playoff chances. Early to Dobson. Matete intercepts it. But what would be even more positive is if we could get a victory. Collins picks up the loose ball. Dempsey picks it up. Find Adebayo. He doesn't. He finds Randall, who is running into the box. Randall scores. Joel Randall has just saved my job. He is the man who has just saved the save. He has come up big, and that could be, you don't know, do you? That could be a huge moment for our season, and beating a playoff rival, Joel Randall, 2-1 Bolton. Please hold on. We've won the game. In the 95th minute, Joel Randall has won us the game. I'm outstretching my arms. Well done, everyone. That is massive. And it's actually a result that takes us into the playoffs. Yes, we've played 2 games more than Stockport. Yes, we played a game more than Stevenage and Wigan. But it's the points that matter. And the position in the league table is P6. Let's see what's happened. Sharon Britton, get a good result in the match. The board are delighted to inform you that following the promise you made to them, they are now satisfied that you've done your utmost to keep it. The board asked you for a result and they were delighted you delivered. As a result of the improvements you've made as manager, the board have cancelled any plans to relieve you of your role at the club. Going forward, the board hope you won't give them reason to regret their decision. George Yosei out for 6 days. That is massive for us. That is absolutely massive. It looked as if this whole picture was going to change. The atmosphere dropped in the club. However, a victory against Wrexham and a 95th minute goal by Joel Randall has saved our season. Oh, sigh of relief. Breathe a huge sigh of relief, everyone. Right, what we'll do is I'm going to stop there for today, because that is a massive one-off episode. As I played the last episode, I didn't expect to have that email thrown at us. We had a game to save our job, and we've done just that. I'll continue to play on a few more games, and I think I'll come back for probably like the Mansfield, Cambridge sort of area, and then we'll crack on until the end of the season, where hopefully we can do enough to convince the fans, convince the board that we are part of the project here at Bolton Wanderers, and we're ready to make this fallen giant back into a giant. If you've enjoyed this stressful episode, everyone, please do hit the like button, comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And I'll catch you for the next episode of this Bolton Wanderers save very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.